Chrystia Freeland being put on the spot once again, this time being asked if she can relate with the people who have to live in the economy she's created. Now, this is a great one on Twitter here from Anti-Taxer. She's appearing on national TV once again, and this time being asked about, well, let's just let the video roll.
I agree with you. Minister, I'm hoping today that we can have a conversation where we get some answers and hear from you personally about how this affordability crisis that we're living in is truly understood. I think Canadians have watched, they listened to press conferences, they've seen the announcements, they watched as the grocery CEOs were paraded in and questioned. But my sense is that people are feeling that the Liberals don't get it, that they aren't feeling the tough choices that Canadians are making either to their budgets or in the grocery store. What example, not an announcement, what example can you share that would illustrate that you understand the pain and the pinch that Canadians are feeling at the grocery store when they're doing budgets? How does it look in the Freeland household when we're in a cost of living crisis?
Well, I'll let her get to that answer, but previously she did answer the question what it does look like in the Freeland household, and that was this beautiful clip that came up not even a year ago, and this is her giving up, you guessed it, Disney Plus for the sake of the budget.
And I think Canadian families are looking really closely at all of their expenses. I personally, as a mother and wife, look carefully at my credit card bill once a month. And last Sunday, I said to the kids, you're older now, you don't want to watch Disney anymore. Let's cut that Disney Plus subscription. So we cut it. It's only $13.99 a month that we're saving, but every little bit helps. And I think every mother in Canada is doing that right now.
So $13.99. This is a person who gets all her meals paid for, travel expenses, all of that. A ginormous salary that she votes for. Raise on every April 1st. That's right. They get a new raise every April 1st. And this also happens to be the woman who wrote this book, Plutocrats, the rise of the new global super rich and the fall of everyone else. Guess which camp she's in. Do you think she's in the everyone else camp? No. Well, here's her profile over the World Economic Forum, and you can find out which camp she's actually in. And yeah, you can see here that she is a member of the forum's board of trustees. If that's not true anymore, at least that's what it says on their website as of today. But yeah, I think this book that she wrote all those that time ago, I think it was a cheering on of the global super rich, not so much of a condemnation of it. But here we are, and here's Chrystia Freeland giving another, well, I mean, you guess, you can answer in the comments down below what you think of her response to today's question.
Well, Anne-Marie, I think the thing that, in my regular life,
she's just racking her brain to try to find something that sounds relatable to the average person. She's so far removed and so far out of touch with Canadians that look how long she's stalling for this.
Brings the challenge home the most personally to me is that my church, which is around the corner from my house, just up the street from us here, the Church of the Messiah, has a food bank every Wednesday. And the lines have been getting longer. And that is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that we have food banks in Canada, and it's really heartbreaking to see that people really need them. So I am grateful to the really amazing people at the Church of the Messiah who have worked so hard to have a food bank and to support our community. And it kills me that that's something that we need to do.
Yeah, a national report was released recently that the numbers are up at record numbers. There's people who are employed who are using it to buy things like milk and eggs because it's just expensive.
So her answer for how does the Freeland household look like because of the economy that they've actually given us Well, her answer is, well, we sit there with our mouths full from, the taxpayers pay for our food, and we sit there and watch the lineup at the church in record numbers as people are going to the food bank. Well, it turns out, does she even go to that church? Well, this YouTuber, or sorry, this Nia, I hope that's how you pronounce that, put this on Twitter, showcasing that, does she even go there?
Brings the challenge home the most personally to me is that my church, which is around the corner from my house, just up the street from us here, the Church of the Messiah.
I'm gonna have to silence that because that will take the video down. But yeah, Freeland was raised Catholic, and that's a Protestant church. We liberals have a rude awakening. All his Freeland says she belongs to a Catholic church. How would she be going to the Protestant church? That if you don't know history, if you don't know your history, yeah, the Protestants and the Catholics don't really intermix all that much. Yeah, maybe times have changed, but this is the economy that they've left us here in Canada, and this is how disconnected they are in the Liberal Party, in the government in general. I mean, look at Jagmeet Singh. He talks about, why don't we just make cheaper houses? Yeah, okay, that's how we're gonna get out of this. Well, it turns out they're trying to make cheaper houses, and they're gonna tap into old war efforts, World War II era housing program. But is it gonna work? This is an article from the National Post saying Trudeau's federal wartime housing plan is doomed to failure. Liberals look to emulate World War II era housing program, but it's not the 1940s, and it's not gonna work. The federal government recently announced this is the new program that they want to put out there, and of course, this is talking about bringing in a program because, well, what's happening in Canada? People are living in tents. People are living in tents, and this is what they have to offer us here in Canada. And even the federal government, all they can offer to people are tents. These are in Ottawa. They're giving out people. They're giving people these ice fishing tents to live in. This is housing to the federal government of Canada, but this is largely to do with, well, the sheer number of people that we just keep on bringing into this country. We can't fix a housing crisis when we keep introducing more people to the country. Now, this is 430,000 new people came in a 3-month period from July until October. That is just insane when you look at how little housing we actually have. Now, experts are saying that this new effort is just not going to work. Canada's first architectural catalogs to help build homes for veterans during the returning from the Second World War, the designs that had that time primarily focused on the detached single-family homes in suburban settings, which were dubbed Victory or Strawberry Box Houses. Numerous pre-approved blueprints emerged over time and were used by the federal government to build around 1 million homes from 1940s through the 1960s. Not through 460,000 in a couple of months. That's crazy. Now, there's a big problem. Experts say that the design catalog doesn't actually work in this context. Basically, they want to build city ghettos. That's essentially what they're trying to do. They want to build these these giant multiplexes, and that's what they want to introduce. And well, it's not going to pan out. And this is what the experts are saying about this. But this is where we sit in Canada, and well, this is why largely the Liberals are losing popularity. Now, people want an election now. People are hoping for that. We have this petition, and I'm not even sure where it's at yet. Oh, we're at 368,871 signatures on the petition to call a vote of non-confidence in our government so we can go to an election, so we can go to the polls, and we can reflect the way things have been going. People are tired of the Liberals running the economy, micromanaging our economy, and not allowing people to do things on their own fruition. People want to build businesses. People want to build their own homes, and there's a whole lot of gatekeeping going on, a lot of red tape, a lot of permitting. You have to even build a home. I think the average permits on a new home build is $70,000 Canadian. That's just for permission. 70 grand just to say, thank you, I'm allowed to do it now. But this is where we're at in Canada. But this is, again, why the Liberals, the NDP, this coalition is largely more unpopular. Global News reporting. Most voters say Trudeau should resign and expect an election in 2024. And of course, this has got them pretty sad about it. RPN putting this out there. Amazing. Keep up the great work, my man. Keep up the great work. But yeah, leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this whole concept of these elites ruling down on us and just having a complete disconnect from where Canadians actually are at this moment. This seems a bit like a Marie Antoinette type moment for Canada. This is what led to the French Revolution. Obviously, we all know a lot of heads rolled over that experiment. But right now, we're looking at a situation where they're so utterly disconnected from what's actually happening in the common lives of Canadians. People are fleeing the country in droves as they're bringing the third world here. Let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep on tracking.